Hello friend. Come and let's embark on a journey full of knowledge and lessons. From the world of science to history, we will discuss various topics that will broaden our knowledge and satisfy our curiosity. So if you are ready to learn, let's just relax and enjoy. Come, let's start. Let's explore together and learn from our new discussion.
A journey into Afro-Asian short stories. Unlock untold worlds. Have you ever felt the pull of a story, the way it can transport you to another time, another place, another life? That is the magic of literature, and it is especially potent when exploring the rich and diverse world of Afro-Asian writing. This is not just about reading words on a page. It is about stepping into worlds rarely seen, hearing voices often unheard, and understanding experiences that challenge our own perspectives. This exploration will delve into the captivating landscape of Afro-Asian literature, focusing on the power of short stories to illuminate the unique cultural tapestry of these regions. We will unravel the complexities of defining this vast literary tradition, discover why understanding a story's structure is key to unlocking its meaning, and embark on a brief journey through some of the captivating narratives emerging from Africa and Asia. Forget predictable plots and familiar landscapes. Prepare to dive into the vibrant, surprising world of Afro-Asian short stories, a literary landscape brimming with untold tales, unforgettable characters, and perspectives that will challenge and captivate you. These are not just stories, they are portals. They transport you from the bustling markets of Marrakesh, to the serene rice paddies of rural Vietnam, from the sun-drenched beaches of Accra, to the snow-capped mountains of Nepal. Each story offers a unique glimpse into a culture, a history, a life lived, often far removed from the narratives we typically encounter. Get ready for a literary adventure that will expand your horizons and deepen your appreciation for the human experience in all its vibrant diversity. Unveiling untold narratives, an exploration of Afro-Asian literature. The literary landscape of Africa and Asia, vast and diverse, offers a rich tapestry of storytelling traditions. Understanding Afro-Asian literature requires moving beyond simple geographical boundaries to embrace the complexities of cultural exchange, historical influences, and the unique voices that emerge from these regions. Defining Afro-Asian literature, a complex tapestry. Defining Afro-Asian literature presents a unique challenge. It is not simply a collection of works from geographically defined areas, but rather a dynamic interaction of literary traditions, often shaped by historical connections, colonial legacies, and ongoing cultural exchange. The term encompasses a vast range of styles, genres, and thematic concerns, reflecting the diverse experiences and perspectives of the writers and communities they represent. Afro-Asian literature is a term used to describe the spoken or written literary works, such as short stories or poems, by people from Africa and Asia. It acknowledges the shared experiences of post-colonial societies, the impact of globalization, and the ongoing negotiation of cultural identities within a globalized world. Instead of a rigid definition, it is more accurate to view Afro-Asian literature as a constantly evolving conversation, a space where diverse voices converge and challenge traditional literary boundaries. The crucial role of structural context of Afro-Asian stories. Understanding the structural context of any literary work is paramount to its interpretation. Structure is not merely about plot points. It encompasses narrative techniques, stylistic choices, thematic development, and the interplay between these elements. In Afro-Asian literature, structural elements often reflect cultural values, historical events, and the specific social realities within which the stories are set. Analyzing structural context of an Afro-Asian story allows us to identify cultural influences. Recognizing recurring motifs, symbols, and narrative patterns reveals the cultural and historical contexts shaping the stories. Understand thematic concerns. Structural choices often directly reflect the story's central themes, emphasizing certain aspects and subtly guiding readers' interpretation. Appreciate stylistic innovation. Analyzing structure allows us to appreciate the unique stylistic choices made by authors, reflecting their individual voices and the literary traditions they draw upon. A glimpse into Afro-Asian short stories. Short stories, with their concise form and powerful impact, offer an ideal lens through which to explore the diversity of Afro-Asian literature. These narratives often draw upon rich oral traditions, incorporating elements of folklore, myth, and legend. They frequently explore themes of colonialism and its legacy. Many stories grapple with the lasting impact of colonial rule, exploring issues of identity, oppression, and resistance. Cultural identity and belonging. The negotiation of cultural identity in a globalized world is a recurring theme, exploring the complexities of belonging and the challenges of maintaining cultural heritage. Social justice and inequality. Stories often address issues of poverty, discrimination, and social injustice, highlighting the struggles and resilience of marginalized communities. Spiritual beliefs and practices. Many stories reflect the rich spiritual traditions of Afro-Asian cultures, exploring themes of faith, spirituality, and the relationship between human and the natural world. Examples of regions and their distinctive short story traditions include the vibrant storytelling of West Africa, with its rich oral history, and the use of allegory, the poignant narratives emerging from post-colonial India, often exploring themes of caste, class, and social change, and the evocative tales from Southeast Asia, frequently incorporating elements of folklore and mythology. In conclusion, Afro-Asian literature offers a vast and rewarding area of study. By understanding its complex definition, appreciating the crucial role of structural context, and exploring the diverse world of its short stories, we gain a richer understanding of the human experience across cultures and continents. This is a journey of discovery, inviting us to engage with narratives that challenge our perspectives and expand our understanding of the world. Crafting impactful narratives. What is structural context in storytelling? Structural context refers to the underlying framework that shapes the form and elements of a story. It is the invisible architecture that supports the narrative, influencing how readers interpret and experience the tale. Think of it as the skeleton upon which the story's flesh and blood, the plot, characters, and events, are built. Key elements of structural context. Setting. The time and place in which the story unfolds. Setting is not merely backdrop. It actively shapes character actions, conflicts, and themes. A story set in a dystopian future will evoke different emotions and interpretations than one set in a quaint village. Characters. The individuals who populate the story. Character development, relationships, and motivations are integral to the narrative structure. The way characters interact and change throughout the plot directly impacts the story's meaning. Plot. The sequence of events in a story, including the exposition, rising action, climax, falling action, and resolution. The plot structure significantly impacts the reader's understanding of cause and effect, suspense, and overall narrative arc. Theme. The underlying message or idea explored in the story. Themes are often implicit, revealed through the character's actions, conflicts, and the story's resolution. Structural elements like plot and setting contribute directly to the overall thematic impact. Point of view. The perspective from which the story is told, may it be a first-person, third-person limited, or third-person omniscient. The chosen point of view significantly influences the reader's access to information and their emotional connection to the characters. A first-person narrative fosters intimacy, while an omniscient narrator allows for broader scope and insight. How structural context influences interpretation. The interplay of these elements creates a unique structural context that guides the reader's interpretation. For example, a fast-paced, nonlinear plot might suggest a chaotic or unpredictable world. A setting filled with symbolism can add layers of meaning to the narrative. A specific point of view can limit or enhance the reader's understanding of events and characters. Understanding structural context is crucial for both writers and readers. For writers, it provides a framework for crafting a cohesive and impactful story. For readers, it provides tools for a deeper, more nuanced understanding and appreciation of the narrative's overall meaning and effect. Delving into character types. A look at protagonists, antagonists, and beyond. Characters are the heart of any story. They drive the plot, evoke emotion, and leave a lasting impression on the reader. Understanding different character types is crucial for both writers and readers. Let us explore some key distinctions. Types of characters. Protagonist versus antagonist. The protagonist is the central character, often the hero or heroine, whose journey we follow. They are the driving force of the narrative, facing challenges, and striving towards a goal. The antagonist, on the other hand, opposes the protagonist. This does not always mean a villain, it could be a rival, a force of nature, or even an internal conflict within the protagonist themselves. Example, in the epic Ramayana, Rama is the protagonist, a virtuous prince, fighting to rescue his wife Sita from the antagonist, Ravana, the 10-headed demon king. Static versus dynamic. A static character remains essentially unchanged throughout the story. Their personality, beliefs, and values stay consistent, even when facing significant events. A dynamic character, conversely, undergoes significant internal change as a result of the plot's events. This transformation can be positive or negative, but it is a defining characteristic of their arc. Example, consider the character of Okonkwo in Chinua Achebe's Things Fall Apart. He begins as a strong, respected warrior, but undergoes a dramatic internal shift, leading to his tragic downfall. This makes him a dynamic character. Flat versus round. A flat character is typically one-dimensional, possessing only a few defining traits. They often serve a specific purpose within the narrative, such as providing comic relief, or representing a particular ideology. A round character, in contrast, is complex and multifaceted, with a range of emotions, motivations, and flaws. They feel real and relatable, possessing depth and internal conflict. Example, in many folktales across Africa and Asia, we find examples of both. A trickster figure like Anansi the spider, of West African folklore, might be considered a flat character, defined primarily by their cunning. However, a main character in a longer narrative, grappling with moral dilemmas, would be considered round. These categories are not mutually exclusive. A protagonist can be dynamic, while an antagonist might be round. Understanding these distinctions helps us appreciate the complexity and artistry involved in character development. Exploring characters from diverse cultural backgrounds, such as those found in Afro-Asian literature, enriches our understanding of human experience and storytelling itself. By examining the characters' motivations, conflicts, and transformations, we can gain deeper insights into the themes and messages conveyed in these powerful narratives. Bringing characters into life. A look at characterization in Afro-Asian literature. Every story is built on its characters, and how an author reveals their personality is what makes them feel real. This process is called characterization, and it is a key element in storytelling. Characterization is the way an author unveils a character's personality, motivations, and values. It is how we understand who they are, what drives them, and why we should care about their journey. Direct characterization, the author's voice. Direct characterization happens when the author directly tells the reader about a character's traits. It is like the narrator saying, "He was kind and gentle man," or "She had a fiery temper." The author explicitly states a character's traits. This is the straightforward approach, where the narrator or another character directly describes the personality. Example, in Chinua Achebe's Things Fall Apart, the narrator directly describes Okonkwo as a strong man and a man of action. This gives the reader an initial understanding of his personality. Indirect characterization. Action speaks louder than words. Indirect characterization is more subtle. It reveals a character's personality through their actions, thoughts, speech, and interactions with others. This allows the reader to draw their own conclusions, making the character feel more dynamic and believable. Types of indirect characterization. Dialogue. The way a character speaks, their choice of words, and their tone, can reveal a lot about them. Actions. A character's actions, especially under pressure, can reveal their true nature. Thoughts. Internal monologues, or stream of consciousness passages, can provide into character's inner world. Interactions. The way a character interacts with others, their relationships, and how they respond to conflict, can reveal their values and motivations. Example, in The God of Small Things, by Arundhati Roy, the protagonist, Estha, is a child who experiences trauma. His silence, his withdrawn behavior, and his occasional outbursts reveal his inner turmoil and the impact of the events he has witnessed. Blending direct and indirect characterization. Most authors use a combination of direct and indirect characterization to create a well-sounded characters. Direct characterization can provide initial information, while indirect characterization adds depth and complexity. Example, in Beloved, by Toni Morrison, Setha is a woman haunted by the trauma of slavery. The narrator directly states that Setha is spiteful, but her actions, particularly her desperate attempts to protect her daughter, reveal a complex mix of love, fear, and grief, creating a complex and memorable character. The importance of characterization in Afro-Asian literature. Effective characterization is crucial for engaging readers and understanding the cultural context of Afro-Asian literature. It allows us to connect with characters on an emotional level, understand their motivations, and appreciate the nuances of their experiences within their specific cultural contexts. By skillfully using direct and indirect characterization, authors can create memorable characters that resonate with readers long after they finish reading. Remember, exploring characters from diverse cultural backgrounds, such as those found in Afro-Asian literature, enriches our understanding of human experience and storytelling itself. By examining the characters' motivations, conflicts, and transformations, we can gain deeper insights into the themes and messages conveyed in these powerful narratives. Masterfully characterization is crucial for engaging readers. It fosters emotional connections, allows for understanding of motivations, and ultimately, determines the impact and memorability of a story. The diverse characters found in Afro-Asian literature enrich our understanding of human experience and storytelling. Mastering characterization. Techniques in characterization in literature. Character development is crucial for a compelling narrative. Authors employ various techniques to bring their characters to life, making them relatable and memorable to the reader. Creating believable and engaging characters is the cornerstone of compelling storytelling. Whether you are writing a novel, screenplay, or even crafting a character for a video game, understanding and effectively employing characterization techniques is crucial. Techniques of characterization in literature. Dialogue, unveiling character through conversation. Dialogue is a powerful tool in characters' personality, background, and relationships. The way a character speaks, their vocabulary, tone, grammar, and even their accent, can tell us a great deal about them. The choice of words also reveals a character's social class and geographic origin. A character's use of idioms and colloquialisms can pinpoint their region and background. Even seemingly minor details, such as how a character interrupts others, or the length of their sentences, can contribute to their overall portrayal. For example, a character who uses formal language might be educated and refined, while one who uses slang might be more casual and informal. Internal monologue, accessing a character's inner world. Internal monologue allows the reader to access a character's thoughts and feelings directly, providing insight into their motivations and inner conflicts. This technique can be used to reveal a character's hidden anxieties, desires, or self-deceptions. However, overuse of internal monologue can slow down the pace of the narrative. Effective use involves carefully selecting moments of introspection that are relevant to the plot and character development. The style and tone of the internal monologue should also reflect the character's unique personality and voice. Reactions of other characters, indirect characterization. The way other characters react to a particular individual can reveal a great deal about that person's personality and impact on those around them. Their opinions, judgments, and behaviors toward the character provide indirect characterization, offering a different perspective on the character's traits. This technique adds depth and complexity to character portrayal, allowing the reader to form their own judgments based on multiple perspectives. It also helps create a more realistic and nuanced representation of human interaction. Symbolism and imagery, communicating through visual and symbolic language. Symbolism and imagery are powerful literary devices that can enhance characterization by creating evocative images and conveying deeper meanings. Objects, settings, and actions can be used symbolically to represent a character's personality, values, or inner state. It uses objects, characters, figures, and colors to represent abstract ideas or concepts. For instance, a recurring image of darkness might symbolize a character's inner turmoil, while a bright sunny setting might represent their optimism. The careful use of symbolism and imagery can add layers of meaning to a character's portrayal, making them more complex and engaging. Cultural tapestry: how culture shapes characterization. Characters are not born in a vacuum. They emerge from a rich tapestry of cultural influences that shape their values, beliefs, and behaviors. Let us know how culture plays a vital role in characterization, showcasing how values, norms, and traditions impact character portrayal. The invisible hand of culture. Culture is the bedrock upon which characters stand. It is the air they breathe, the stories they hear, the traditions they inherit. These elements, often unseen, profoundly influence a character's worldview, motivations, and interactions with the world. Values, the guiding principles. Cultural values are the core beliefs that shape society's moral compass. These values are often reflected in characters' actions, decisions, and even their internal conflicts. For example, a character raised in a culture that values filial piety might prioritize family obligations above personal desires. Norms, the unwritten rules. Cultural norms are the unspoken rules of behavior within a society. They dictate what is considered polite, acceptable, or even taboo. Characters who adhere to these norms might be seen as well-adjusted, while those who defy them could face social consequences or internal struggles. Traditions, the threads of history. Cultural traditions are the rituals, customs, and practices passed down through generations. They can provide characters with a sense of identity, belonging, and continuity. However, traditions can also be sources of conflict, particularly when characters grapple with modernization or societal change. Beyond stereotypes, creating authentic characters. It is crucial to avoid reducing characters to cultural stereotypes. While cultural influences are important, they should not define a character's entire personality. Instead, explore the nuances of cultural values, norms, and traditions, allowing characters to be complex, multifaceted individuals. Cultural sensitivity, a writer's responsibility. When incorporating cultural elements into your characters, it is essential to approach the task with sensitivity and respect. Conduct thorough research, consult with cultural experts, and be mindful of potential misinterpretations or stereotypes. By understanding and respecting the cultural tapestry from which your characters emerge, you can create richer, more authentic, and engaging stories. Reflections of culture and society. Characters in Afro-Asian literature. Characters in Afro-Asian literature often serve as powerful reflections of cultural values and societal roles. They go beyond being mere fictional figures, acting as embodiments of larger issues, historical contexts, and enduring cultural beliefs. Archetypal characters, a glimpse into cultural values. Several archetypal characters frequently appear in Afro-Asian narratives, providing insights into the core values of these societies. The wise elder. This figure often embodies traditional wisdom, cultural knowledge, and spiritual insight. They act as mentors, guiding younger characters, and offering commentary on societal issues. Their presence underscores the importance of respecting elders and valuing knowledge. Example: in Chinua Achebe's Things Fall Apart, Okonkwo's father, Unoka, is a contrasting figure who embodies the unsuccessful elder, highlighting the importance of hard work and societal expectations in Igbo culture. The obedient child. This character often highlights the cultural emphasis on filial piety and respect for authority. Their obedience, however, can also be a source of conflict, particularly when it clashes with personal desires or societal change. Example: in Arundhati Roy's The God of Small Things, the children, Estha and Rahul, are caught in a web of family expectations and societal norms, highlighting the complexities of navigating tradition in a changing world. The oppressed worker. This character often represents the struggles of marginalized communities and the impact of economic inequality. Their experiences can highlight issues of social justice, exploitation, and the fight for fair treatment. Example, in Ngugi wa Thiong O's Weep Not Child, the character of Njoroge represents the struggles of a young boy facing poverty and the injustices of colonial rule in Kenya. Beyond archetypes, complex characters and broader themes. While archetypal characters provide a framework for understanding cultural values, Afro-Asian literature also features complex characters who challenge these traditional roles. These characters often grapple with colonialism. The legacy of colonialism is a recurring theme, with characters representing both the oppressors and the oppressed. Their interactions reveal the lasting impact of colonial rule on identity, culture, and social structures. Example, in Things Fall Apart, the arrival of the British colonizers disrupts the traditional Igbo society, leading to conflict and the struggle for survival. Tradition versus modernity. Many stories explore the tension between traditional values and the pressures of modernizations. Characters might struggle to reconcile their cultural heritage with the demands of a rapidly changing world. Example, in The God of Small Things, the characters grapple with the complexities of navigating tradition and modernity in post-independence India, highlighting the challenges of social change and the preservation of cultural identity. Family loyalty. Family loyalty is often a central theme, with characters demonstrating unwavering devotion to their families, even in the face of adversity. However, these loyalties can also be tested, leading to internal conflicts and moral dilemmas. Example, in Weep Not Child, the character of Njoroge faces a difficult choice between loyalty to his family and the desire for a better life, highlighting the complexities of family obligations in a challenging social context. By examining the characters in Afro-Asian stories, we gain a deeper understanding of the rich cultural heritage and the ongoing societal challenges faced by these communities. The characters are not just fictional creations, they are mirrors reflecting the complexities of human experience within specific cultural contexts. This exploration of Afro-Asian literature has highlighted the crucial interplay between characterization, narrative structure, and the rich cultural tapestry woven into these stories. Understanding these elements is key to unlocking a deeper appreciation of the profound insights these narratives offer. Throughout our discussion, we have seen how narrative structure is not merely a framework, but a powerful tool that shapes our understanding of the characters and their journeys. The choices an author makes regarding pacing, plot points, and narrative voice directly impact how we perceive the characters' motivations, conflicts, and ultimate fates. Similarly, characterization, the process of creating believable and compelling characters, is not simply about describing physical attributes. It is about revealing the characters' inner lives, their motivations, their flaws, and their strengths. The methods used, may it be direct characterization, indirect characterization, and the use of foils, all contribute to the richness and complexity of the narrative. Afro-Asian literature is not just a collection of stories. It is a vibrant tapestry of cultures, traditions, and perspectives. The characters we encounter are not simply individuals, they are representatives of their societies, their histories, and their beliefs. Understanding the cultural context, the social norms, historical events, and philosophical underpinnings is crucial to interpreting the characters' actions and motivations. The stories offer a window into the complexities of these cultures, revealing both their beauty and their challenges. Ultimately, the characters themselves are the key. They are not simply pawns in a plot, they are mirrors, reflecting the human condition, in all its beauty and its fragility. Their triumphs and their failures, their joys and the sorrows, resonate deeply, because they speak to universal truths that transcend time and place. By engaging with these characters, we do not just read a story, we embark on a journey of understanding, an understanding of ourselves, of others, and of the rich tapestry of human experience that unites us all. The legacy of Afro-Asian literature is not just a collection of books, it is a legacy of shared humanity, waiting to be discovered and cherished. So, we invite you to continue this journey. Explore the rich landscape of Afro-Asian literature. Discover the voices, the stories, and the profound insights that await you. Let those narratives challenge your perspectives, expand your understanding, and enrich your life. Pick up a book, Delve into a story, and experience the power of these unforgettable tales for yourself.
Until next time, thank you for watching.